Okay, so we're gonna go into a body weight lunge. I want to explain, this is not a beginner movement. A beginner lunge is actually a TRX lunge because that's assisted. They have help. I have a lot of people, they're not strong enough to do a full body weight lunge. If we do the screen, like we do in all our members, those are people who are like a 2, sometimes a 1 on the lunge component of the screen. So a lot of times I won't start them with a beginner lunge. So be aware of that. If we have that in one of our programs, you see body weight lunge and you have a beginner and you're seeing that there's an issue of weakness, put them on a TRX. Do not have them go body weight, all right? You're kind of setting them up for failure. So I want to perform this from the side so you can see, because there's a few nuances I want to go over here. So typically when we do a lunge here in the studio, I always like to start people reverse because it's easier going reverse than going forward. But for definition purposes, if you see in a workout, a lunge by definition is going forward. Okay, so unless I differentiate and put reverse lunge, if you just see the word lunge, assume it's going forward. That is a lunge. Now with your arms, I always tell people have a tendency, that's why on machines there's handles. We have a need to do something with our hands. So what I usually coach is someone, I'll say step, bring your arms in close, press off and return. And it kind of works as a counterbalance for them here. Now, as we're lunging, right, this is a classic, right? Ooh, their knee, did it go over the toe? You're going to have a slight variation. I always say we're not robots. What I look at and what is more important for you to observe as a coach, watch their foot. The moment they make contact with the ground and now they're about to push off, don't let the heel lift, right? I'm gonna do a bad rep, and if you can see it, don't let them now push off like that. Because now, once I go up on the ball of the foot, all of this force is coming forward. And that's why you get the common complaint, ooh, lunges hurt my knee. Because they're lunging like this. If you perform your lunge correctly, you step, your body has to put the brakes on, right? Because my body's doing this. So your toes are gonna be engaged. You're gonna feel bunching up in the front of the foot, and that's normal. Put the brakes on, that's what makes a lunge great. It teaches deceleration. Lower the knee. Now as they drive, press from the heel. All right, and I'll show you from this leg, because the reason that's important, when I push from that heel, it turns the cheek on. Right? People, again, when they're really sore from a day of lunging, you'll hear it all day. They'll be like, oh, my legs are killing me. It shouldn't just be legs, it should be legs and butt. If someone says my whole lower body, I felt it like my glutes and my thigh, that was a good thing. That means they engage the correct muscle. But if someone's just feeling quad, they're not using their butt. Also, if someone is very weak, specifically in that lower leg, you can just, if you look at their legs, you don't see a lot of development. You see it very thin around the knee. So like that vastus medialis is a big part of the meaty part here. If you don't see a lot of development, I guarantee you they're probably going to struggle with lunges because you see there's not a lot of muscular development there. So that you as a coach, just by watching little cues, look at their body. You don't see a lot of development here, probably going to struggle, right? Watch the foot. Make sure when they're pressing back, they're driving through the heel. And another thing too is if they're weak in a lunge, never be intimidated just to put them on the TRX. But that is your body weight lunge.